Damn, that's sick. That is such a good match. Maybe I'll start a new series though, and just like podcast with cool backgrounds like this, because that's pretty fucking sick actually. When you just come out here and vent, talk about the bullshit problems I'm going through, see if other people relate, I guess. But I just don't understand, like, the only thing I want in life, like, I feel like I've done a lot of things, right? Where it's like, I've sold out shows. Like, I'm telling you now, there's no bigger egotistical thing you could do than have a whole bunch of people there at your sold out show shining their light on you. It's like, tick that box. Okay, I realize there's no fulfillment there, right? Like, it's not the way to get fulfilled. It's not. It's not. It's like a hollow deal, right? Okay, so I've also earned six-figure salaries being a software engineer. Okay, so that's fun. That's a good time. But there's still a missing piece to it. And it's literally like the family thing. It's literally like, I remember I was getting these checks every other week. Like, damn, these are cool checks. And then even having a side job for, even more checks. And it was like just on the threshold of a multi six-figure salary. And it's like, still like, oh, I'm missing something. So that I was like, okay, I'll go back to the dating pool. And that's where I dated one of my exes. And I'm like, this girl's great. This is awesome. And then, of course, as referenced earlier, I don't know how much of this vlog I'll cut with the other bits I've been doing, but then I was introduced to an issue that not only made me burn the bridge with her, but also a whole group of friends where I was like, yo, fuck all of you guys. Like, fuck all of this. Like, it's all disrespectful. Like, what the fuck are Western people on? Like, there's no discipline. There's no respect. There's no baseline levels of, like, human decency, it feels like. Like, they're not dudes I'd rely on. You know what I mean? This girl down the road, by the way, she like, the girl I'm referencing in this whole shtick, she got a flat tire and I like changed it in like 30 seconds. Not actually 30 seconds, but like pretty quick, right? I was like, go get margaritas, I'll handle it. I used to work for heavy construction. My pops, the man, he's fucking MacGyver with a screwdriver and starting foot. He could do 50 different things. The dude's a whiz, right? Like, so I just don't get it. Like, how much more can you demand from a man? Like, I know how to fight. I've sparred pro fighters. That's like why part of my nose is broken, right? Like, I've sparred a pro fighter, right? I'm not saying I'm the best fighter, but I'm also saying I do okay. So I know that. I know how to shoot guns. I know how to change tires. I know how to write software. I've got a degree in economics. Like, all these 50 different things. Bedroom ability, probably wildly average. Who knows? But it's just fucked up. And like I don't know. It's like this story of Solomon. I don't know how familiar you guys are with that Bible verse and that story. I'm actually not the most familiar with it personally, like being transparent. But from my understanding, it goes something like this: He had everything, like all the accolades, all the money and gold in the world, and he was still missing something. And that's like kind of how I feel. I'm like, I got this nice ass truck. I've lived in a nice ass apartment. I've dated models. I've dated like valedictorians, lawyers, this thing, that thing. I'm still searching for the one thing I actually want this whole time, this entire time. The thing that even sent me down this journey, not to like go back in time, but is like I come from a family where we had some issues kind of growing up, as many families do, right? Not every family's perfect. And that was the one thing I just departed on this entire journey for. Go to college, go get a wife, go get a degree so you can go get a good job so you can just have a normal family, just a good, loving family. And like, I'm being honest, like I'm getting all these accolades, all this thing. Get the sexy body. Why? So I can literally just get a good girl so I can have a good family. That's it. I don't want to have 25 fucking girlfriends. I've even done it. It's annoying. Like, and even it's like a whole slew of problems. It's a whole other thing of problems, right? Like, so it's just the weirdest thing. Like, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm trying to get at in this whole shit. But it is a fun thing. There's a cool background. So I'm glad we're doing this, even though you guys didn't get a say in this. But being transparent though is just like, I literally just want a family. Like, how is it this hard for a man to just literally make that happen? That's all I'm wondering. That's literally all I'm wondering. Like, now I'm also demanding it with certain parameters. Like, I expect financial fortitude. I expect, you know, my girl to be a good girl, all that stuff. So I don't want to be dealing with cheating issues, infidelity, all that's like, that's not acceptable to me. That's not a good family life. So, but that's literally it. Like that, literally those are my two things. It's just like achieve financial freedom, right? So I can fuck off and go to places like this. Or live at a place like this. There's a pretty ass house over here. So that's like one part of it. The other part is just literally have a wife that you're like, this is my bitch. Like, this is my girl. I can rely on her. She's my ride or die. Like, how are those two things this difficult to achieve in America? Like, I'm not even trying to shit on like, I'm down if it's a challenge. But like, mind you, I'm a tremendously hardworking and hyper intellectual man. How is it this difficult? There's no way it's this difficult. And then I'm sitting here too, listening to stories from other men, because like, again, you know, I'm decent build, got a few accolades, have done a few things. I'm 6'3", like, and I'm like, man, and my other buddy, he's incredibly good looking. He's dealing with these issues, and he's very ambitious. And I'm like, man, like we're dealing with these issues. Like, what is a guy who's like a 4 out of 10 dealing with? You know what I mean? Like, not trying to shit on the guys who's a 4 out of 10, but it's like, we should not make it this difficult in America. Like, it doesn't make sense. It's a counterintuitive process. You're shooting yourself in the foot. You're really destroying society in real time. That's how it feels. It really does. So like I said earlier in the thing, Daddy's here. Daddy's here. I got to do something. I have to figure out something. So I've got a plan. I think I'm going to build some software. And kind of just, I don't know, like make a fun brand around all this stuff, and like hopefully flip the script where, you know, women start to actually recognize that you can't behave this way. Like, that's the goal. I'm going to get even more attractive, more valuable, and just like build a whole thing of turning down women, because that's where I'm at. I don't even want to date women. Like, me and this girl going through this breakup, I'm like, man, I got some good sexy photos that, you know, I'm getting jacked, folks. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, man, I could throw it up on Hinge right now, get 20 matches tonight. I'm like, I don't even want to. I don't want to deal with y'all. Like, I've done the same carbon copy thing where as soon as I ask for respect around other males, somehow that's a problem. And I know I'm not the only dude. Like, that just doesn't seem like it's a winning shtick. So, yeah. So I don't know. I'm thinking of building some software, and I've got some good ideas. It's something I've wanted to do for a very long time, actually, because of this problem. It's been very recurring throughout my life, and I think it accomplishes a lot of things. And it also works for women as well. It's not, or any relationship, right? It's not really just for males or women. It's actually it rewards the loyal partner is what I'm saying. It rewards the person who's the good person. It rewards that, because there's also, as much as I'm sitting here playing like, you know, little victim and look at my problems, guys, because they're not that big of problems, right? We're seeing this amazing, like with this, like there's much more important things in the world. But there's women out there, is what I'm saying, who are amazing girls, amazing catches, phenomenal people who are going through the similar issues. Like, they're just asking their man to respect them. They're just asking their man to do some basics. And I don't know, maybe that's why me and this girl are having our issue too. So I don't know. Maybe I'm being hypocritical on my end, but I've communicated that this thing is bothering me, and it's not being addressed at all. Everything else is being addressed. Everything else, let's work on this. Let's work on this. But what about this thing? This thing over here is hurting me pretty bad. Why are we not working on this one thing that I communicated very clearly many times that it's destroying me? Why, like, what do we achieve by doing everything else? We're only making progress on this by making progress on this. Like, so I know I'm not the only one. I know there's other men out there, and I know for a fact there's amazing women out there too who are experiencing this issue. So the goal is to build some sort of platform application that rewards that and ultimately brings us all together. It even helps modern relationships, maybe like quote unquote lesser quality people, hopefully elevates them as well to have a better experience with each other. That's the goal. That's the goal of what I'm going to build next. So definitely stay tuned, but it's going to be some sort of application with tools curating for that, because I like have to do something, and I think I'm the exact guy to do it, because it's like I got the brand, I've got the boating job, I've got the software skill set, I've got the blockchain skill set, I've got the user acquisition skill set, maybe the marketing. My buddy's really good at marketing, so I think we have to do it. I don't think we have a choice. I think we have to. I think we have to do it for America. Two little superheroes running around. That's kind of what I've been joking around about, me and my buddy. Like we'll get this thing figured out. It's David versus Goliath, and kind of is. It kind of is, to be honest. So, so if you guys are super curious about following that journey and kind of stuff like this, I'm not like sure what my YouTube channel is, because there's software videos, there's music videos. It's just me as a brand, I suppose. But please subscribe. Let me know if you like this. I guess comment, like, you know, because I don't want to sit here and just make like stupid, pointless content, or even stupid, pointless software, or stupid, pointless music. Like, I want to make stuff that's good for people and good for the world, and at least moves the needle for people somehow. So that's the goal of this, is like sharing that with you guys, sharing the content with you guys, because like I don't know what else. I'm bored on this planet. Like I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like how do you entertain a man who's like done all these things, shot flamethrowers, done this? Like, I don't know. There's a few things I haven't done. Like, I haven't been on a private jet yet. Haven't been married. But that's kind of it. I guess like everything else, I'm like pretty satisfied on. Like, there's no more material things I could possibly ask God for. I literally can't, because he's given me so much. So I've experienced so much. So I think this season of life is to service the world and to service y'all. So I think I'm going to try to do it with this software product. Hopefully content, hopefully music too. Hopefully it's all like wrapped up together in a congruent way, you know. But the biggest thing is I definitely want to see, because I know it's a pandemic across the world. It's like relational breakdowns. So like that's the real pandemic. So chat soon.